We are living under the illusion of independence. Let me ask you this question. Who taught us that independence was the goal? We've been conditioned by schools, by society, by culture to believe that success means standing alone. That the way we make it is to move out, move up, or move away. We've been convinced that maturity is measured by how far we can distance ourselves from the village that raised us. Well, as far as I can tell, that's a big old lie. What if true power, true freedom, is not found in isolation, but in interdependence? Not in the me, but in the we. From the very beginning, we are trained to compete, not to connect. The schooling industrial complex is designed to mass produce compliant individuals. We learn to raise our hands for permission, to sit in rows, to memorize rather than to dream. We're taught that there's only one right answer, that collaboration is cheating, and that your worth is defined by your GPA and not your gift, until you're unsure if you have any gifts at all. By the time we graduate, we've internalized an insidious, invisible curriculum. They've got us believing that success is a solo sport, but real education should not be about producing workers. It should be about cultivating creators. It should be about helping communities discover their collective genius, about teaching young people how to build together, not just compete against one another. At the end of the 12-step brainwash camp we know as K through 12 schooling, we enter the next chapter in the American mythical tradition, moving out. We tell our kids, you're 18 now, it's time to move out. As if it's a strength to walk away from the very people who love us the most. Other cultures around the world understand something different. Something that we've clearly forgotten. That families are ecosystems. That when you stay, you strengthen. That intergenerational households aren't a sign of weakness. They're a foundation of wisdom, wealth, and strength. Instead of pushing our youth out of the nest prematurely, what if we built nests with enough room for everyone to thrive? What if home became not just a stepping stone, but a launch pad? Not a place for you to leave and start over on your own. A place where ideas, resources, and dreams could compound like interest. We tell young people to find your path, as if each of us must walk alone through the wilderness of uncertainty. But what if instead of wandering down paths alone, we built roads together? What if instead of career paths, we cultivated collaborative purpose? Imagine mastermind groups forming everywhere, not as luxury coaching circles with high ticket prices, but as community collectives. Imagine artists, educators, entrepreneurs, and healers working together, trading ideas, bartering skills, and building businesses and schools that serve the communities that built them. When one of us rises, all of us should rise. We lift as we rise. Say it with me. We lift as we rise. That's what collective economics looks like. That's what community wealth looks like. So, it's time to subvert the dominant paradigm. We should realize you don't need permission to build something new. The people, organized, awakened, and aligned, and more powerful than any system designed to keep them apart. The dominant paradigm depends on our disconnection. It thrives on isolation, competition, fear, and scarcity, rather than possibility and abundance. Because when we're divided, we're distracted. But when we're united, we're unstoppable. We are the innovation they can't pack. We are the revolution they can't contain. We are the culture they can't co-opt because we, the people, are the culture. We must resist tyranny. History has shown us every dictator, every empire, every system of oppression begins by breaking the bonds between people. They fear our togetherness because they know that when people find each other, the empire they built trembles and threatens to fall. To resist tyranny is not just a political act, it's a spiritual one that relies on the power of the people. It's refusal to let fear, greed, or ego convince us that we are alone. Resistance, it looks like community gardens and co-ops, shared childcare, and collective neighborhood repair efforts. In times like these, the ones we're living in right now, these are not signs of weakness. They're the tools of grassroots warfare. Not the kinds of wars fought with bullets, but battles won with belonging. So let's rebuild the village. They say it takes a village to raise a child, but what they don't say is that the village also exalts the elders, supports the dreamers, uplifts the broken, and encourages the bold. In a true village, no one gets left behind. We listen to our elders not because they are perfect, but because they have survived. And we uplift our youth not because they have all the answers, but because they are brave enough and unjaded enough and free enough to ask the right questions. This is a call to reconnect. It's nation time. Listen close and understand this. The revolution will not be individualized. Let me say it again. The revolution will not be individualized. It will be communal, cooperative, and creative. It will be built by families of any configuration who build together, by neighbors who share tools, by educators who teach freedom, and by elders who pour wisdom into youth, pulling out the magic within. Youth who know to keep what they hear and listen to lead. We are the builders of society, the producers of knowledge, the inhabitants of a new world reimagined continuously. Not a world where we simply make it out, but one where we make it together. It's time we reject the myth of the lone hero. Let's become a collective of healers, dreamers, builders, and believers. Because the future, the one worth fighting for, will be for the people, of the people, and by the people. We are individuals starving for connection. We are the ingredients. So let the dinner bell ring. It's time to feed the people.